Wait, what the? Wait, what? What are you doing? My feeling is what the US government really wants is they really want one of their agents to get killed. The goal of this is if you deploy enough people to enough places, at some point, somebody's going to get killed. He kept going? Did he? Like, bruh, this chick looks like she's a eating disorder. What the are we doing here? Really? These are the people that we're fighting with? This one? The girl that sounds like she's from LA? That's the one? The cop that's shorter than me? This is the violent clashes? Who posted this? New York Post, too. This is like a right-leaning...
No. Hey, this is the line that they created.
My issue earlier with XQC's statement, even though he thinks he's being like epic, intelligent centrist, is when Asmongold talks about shooting people, this is like the type of event that he might not be explicitly stating, but this is what's going on right now. It's just like retarded shit like this. Why the are we talking about shooting and killing these people?
I think they should use actual ammo, and if anybody throws a rock or tries to harm one of the police officers, I think they should just use deadly force to stop it from happening. There's no reason why anybody should be putting up with that, and it's disgusting, honestly, that there's so many people that are okay with it. Yeah, shoot on sight, absolutely.
I don't really see a problem with it. Somebody who throws an object that could be lethal or inflict permanent injury to somebody, they're well within their right to defend themselves. If somebody throws a fucking brick at you, yeah, it's probably a good chance you could probably shoot them. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, what? Did I miss something? I missed something. I'm sorry. Hold on. She must have thrown a punch or one of those huge boulders that... Wait, what the fuck? I missed something. Okay, hold on. Calling somebody stupid 3 times is okay. 5 times, though, is incitement to violence. Does she keep doing it?
Body check in because... Who is talking to you? No. Hey, this is the line that they created.
Oh. Are you okay, sir? I like how this other guy also comes up.
No.
My favorite thing is when there are cops that are like, when cops get emotionally engaged, it's kind of like when you have a toddler, like they just go like blind with rage, or like a pit bull, and they can't see like anything in their peripheral vision. They just get developed like this Israeli IDF bloodlust. They just can't help themselves. But like another cop outside of like the direct confrontation that's life-threatening, okay, with a girl who looks like she posts selfies on eating disorder Twitter, the other cop will come and be like, I like when you see them, they're like, hey bro, you need to like chill. You can see this guy back here, right? Where he's trying to pull his friend back. He's like, guy, bro, chill. We don't need this right now. But he doesn't realize that the officer's friend has already caught
the bloodlust.
You're like, oh no, I pulled back the wrong one. What are you doing? There's like more people standing here recording than there are people like, what is this protest? There's like 6 people here. Are they ICE or police? I would hope these are federal officers. Are these really just Portland? Or it says ICE agents, although who the fuck knows with... What does this, like, shield thing mean? Does this mean federal? I would hope local police aren't doing this. I mean, federal police shouldn't be doing this either. ICE, Portland police aren't helping ICE.
Who is talking to you? No. Hey, this is the line that they created.
Oh, she had a case for her phone. Like, this is... Do we need these people here? Or maybe, like, through the smoke, it is going to be like Helm's Deep, and, like, 100 of them are going to come running out in frog suits. Like, there's, like, 80 officers here. I'm getting triggered as, like, a fucking McDonald's employee. When you see this many people standing around, it's time to go home. I'm sorry. Is there nothing to be... Is my dining room flawless right now? Is the trash empty? Is the milkshake machine deep cleaned? Because you're standing around doing nothing. It sounds like you need to go the fuck home. Get off my clock! What are these guys doing? Oh, shit! You see them coming. Okay, here we go. Oh, shit. There's like 4 of them. Oh my god. Do they have their furry outfits on? The Antifa super soldiers? Oh, they're surrounded! Oh, I didn't see that. They got the cops surrounded. Holy shit. We've got the bleached hair Barbie over here. We've got a ton of people holding cell phones up. A couple here that look like they're sightseeing from Seattle. We've got a group of 3 friends here. Car coming, red light. Oh my God. They're trapped, surrounded from both sides. Whoa, okay. The more serious. We've got an attack dog from this lady right here who looks like she's built for combat. This look of consternation on this guy's face. He's probably imagining tearing out the entrails of an ICE agent right now. This guy brought a weapon to throw, like a ninja star. Oh, also, look at these professionally made posters. Definitely Soros funded. They probably bought out the Kinkos and they use it as their criminal front. That's not human handwriting. That's definitely from a machine. Who dyes hair that's this short? Is that really worth the time investment? I guess when Soros is paying you to be there. Also, goddamn, you guys need to get up. It's like 80% women. What the fuck? Right? Girl, 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 girl. Also, I feel like this is good because a lot of these people look like they could use the walking. So that's sorry, that's me. I'm bowling a lot today. I'm sorry, my bad. When I was making fun of that one girl for being eating disorder, I didn't like. I'm not making fun of her. I'm just saying it's a small. It's like a 90-pound girl. I don't know why the cop is like, I need to fucking mace the fuck out of you. It's just crazy to me. That's a professionally made sign right there. 100% professionally made. Wait, this kid right here. Wait. Does he kind of look like the guy? I've never seen the show before, but I've seen the actor. This guy from the Shameless show? And I think he's in some cook show. A little bit? Like if the hair was down a little, you could see it. Yes. Okay, I got it. Okay, I'll give it to you. Okay. Okay, I think about 80% of chat agrees with me. Right. My God. Okay. Well, now that we've got a taste for the blood.
They've been arresting folks on the ground. They refute what you're saying outright.
We literally have the 911 audio of the stand-down order in Chicago, and we have documented inside of DHS every single unresponded to 911.
What is this that he's referring to? 911 call, stand-down order, Chicago. Chicago police order to ignore Border Patrol agents, plea for help while surrounded by angry mob of protesters. Oh, okay, so this was for a singular event. Okay, not like a broad, but okay, so what's going on? Chicago police officers en route dealt federal agents were being surrounded and menaced by an angry mob of ICE protesters were seemingly ordered by their chief of patrol to stand down and not provide assistance. Stunning dispatch audio and internal messages reveal. The group of agents was conducting a routine patrol on the city's south side on Saturday when they were attacked and ran by vehicles and boxed in by 10 cars. Wait, routine patrol? Does ICE have a routine to patrol in Chicago? When they were attacked and ran by vehicles boxed in by 10 cars, the Department of Homeland Security said. Like a coordinated 10-car box-in? Is there video footage of this? ICE has been making fake 911 calls in Chicago. How old is this article? October 5th, 6 days ago. This video is 8 days ago.
Back to Broadview now, where village officials sent a strong message to the feds this week. They do not want ICE operating its detention center in their town.
Now the Broadview police chief says ICE agents are draining the resources of his department and the community by making false 911 calls. And what you are about to see is one of them. Our Dave Savini investigates.
Yeah.
You are watching as Broadview police respond to a 911 call, claiming someone was tampering with a gate at the ICE detention facility there. Body camera footage obtained by the CBS News Chicago investigators shows several Broadview police officers respond to an alleged Homeland Security threat. The gate in question is where ICE takes detained immigrants for processing.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Not much.
What? Is this press? Media?
Good. We got a call of subjects trying to climb over the fence or something.
No, not since we've been here.
But when police arrive, all they find is 2 people and a camera. Our CBS photographer filming the exterior of the building with a CBS security guard by his side.
Okay, and you guys didn't tamper with any of those?
No, man. The 911 call claiming someone was tampering with the gate came from an ICE agent. According to this incident report, an ICE agent called police for help.
But he can't go and try to force his way into that door.
Okay, so the guy in the
He just says
No,
that
the
he was
guy's
just recording.
the camera.
Do you believe that that was a false call?
I do.
Again, it was just our CBS photographer filming the exterior of the building.
In your mind, bogus.
Yes. It's disturbing. It's ridiculous.
Broadview Police Chief Thomas Mills says this is just one of several questionable 911 calls his police department has received from ICE at this facility recently. Listen as responding officers also question the validity of the 911 call.
It sure doesn't look like anybody's forcing anything in any fence over here.
The deployment of tear gas, pepper spray, mace, and...
When there are more journalists than protesters, there's got to be some like name for some law, like call it the law of fucking like camera tear gas or something. When you've got more journalists than protesters, I feel like you are creating. There's a fictitious problem.
The deployment of tear gas, pepper spray, mace, and rubber bullets by ICE near the processing center in the village of Broadview is creating a dangerous situation for the community.
This same detention center has become the site of at least 3 other incidents involving federal agents who are accused of hitting people with cars, shooting projectiles, and using chemical agents on journalists, including a CBS reporter last Sunday.
I immediately felt it burning. I started throwing up, was able to drive a little bit, and then I had to park.
Asal Razai, our reporter, driving her car with a window open and to be struck like that? What do you feel about that?
It's horrific.
He's demanding ICE turn over the names of all federal officers involved in each incident and says he's ready to take ICE to court.
Are we going to look at maybe reaching out to Cook County State for subpoenas?
As easy as that.
The chief also says he's now reviewing all 911 calls made from the facility.
It's actually a violation of law. It would be classified as disorderly conduct, filing a false official report.
The Broadview police chief says the Department of Homeland Security tells him they will cooperate with his criminal investigations, but he said they wouldn't say to what extent. In the news,
it was like this in LA too, like 10 protests arguing with a counter protester with like 4 National Guard Humvees behind them. I mean, people have done a good job so far, but I will say my feeling is what the US government really wants is they really want one of their agents to get killed. The goal of this is if you deploy enough people to enough places, at some point somebody's going to get killed. But like they go like, oh Jesus, I just dropped some shit. I thought I was getting killed. Jesus. If you deploy enough agents everywhere, at some point somebody's going to start some shit, and if you get real lucky, one of your agents will get killed, and then once they get killed, whoo! If a federal agent dies, now they've got all the authority they think they need, or all the justification to send in everybody they want because their agents weren't protected. That's what it feels like they're gunning for.
911 call over the recent weeks and months. Let me present you with a counterfactual. And I know you're doing your best to try to be even-handed here, but think about this for a second. Joe Biden let 15, 20 million illegal aliens into the country. Pick your number. It doesn't matter for the purpose of this. What do you think would have happened?
I like how honest they are. Remember how I said over and over again, like, what if I said 1 million? What if I said 5 million? He's like, it doesn't even matter what the number is. Yeah, it's just a lot. Trust me, it's a lot. Where the fuck are all these 25 million illegal immigrants? That's like almost 10% of the U.S. population. Almost, you're telling me that 7% of the U.S. population came in through illegal. Where the fuck are these people? What the fuck? Are they the ones taking all the tech jobs? Where are these people at? And keep in mind, it would be highly concentrated in the southern states if they're all illegal. Where are they?
Second, Joe Biden let 15, 20 million illegal aliens into the country. Pick your number. It doesn't matter for the purpose of this. What do you think would have happened if anti-migration demonstrators had assembled outside of every Border Patrol and ICE facility for year after year, physically attacking every ICE officer and border agent who was releasing illegal aliens, physically attacking the immigration lawyers representing illegal aliens, physically attacking the personnel at DHS setting migrants free by the millions into our country? What do you think would have happened?
What's the end goal? Create an incident so they can officially deploy the military and deter/police the elections. That, I mean, it feels like some goal. That's like the end scary, spooky goal. The problem is that like you can't seriously consider this because it's all so fantastical and goofy. But like the fantastical and goofy stuff just keeps happening. I don't know what the actual implications would be, but like the fact recently that Dominion was bought by some company whose owner is like a Republican, fucking loser or whatever. Dominion Voting Systems, when I think like over half the states, I think, use some form of a Dominion voting machine. One of the nation's largest election technology companies has been acquired by St. Louis-based Liberty Vote. The acquisition caps a half-decade that saw Dominion thrust into the public eye amid false accusations of election rigging. Liberty Vote announced the purchase of Dominion Thursday afternoon. Liberty Vote was founded by Scott Leyendecker, a former Republican elections director for St. Louis. He also founded Knowink, which describes itself as the largest provider of electronic poll book technology in the United States, used in dozens of states. Like if Zuckerberg and Bezos and Elon Cuck, if all these people are bending the knee, I mean, like, how much influence do they have over people like that? Who knows, right? And then if we have reason to send, like, and again, also, like, I'm not trying to call for violence or anything, but I am saying, like, to have the don't tread on me cucked, fat, diabetic losers who are always like, the Second Amendment, the Second Amendment. Like, to see for no reason ICE agents deployed
to his point, right outside
this when Gavin Newsom was making the speech here. Just so you know, for anybody that gives a fuck about the Second Amendment, okay, and for anybody that gives a fuck about the fears of a strong federal government, this is the kind of shit that was exactly worried about by the anti-federalists. The idea that you would have such a powerful, centralized federal government, right? Because the whole point of the Constitutional Convention was that the Articles of Confederation were too weak to hold together an actual country, right? So they had to make this actual constitutional convention so they could draft a constitution to create a federal government that would be strong enough to do its job, but not so strong that it could fuck over all the individual states, right? And the whole point of the Bill of Rights was this massive concession made to the anti-federalists to say, look, we promise federal. This is like the nightmare scenario of the no one cares about it 250 years ago or whatever, but like this is the nightmare scenario. It's like, oh, the president of the United States, the governor of the federal government is going to send his federal police force to intimidate the governor of a state government, the executive of a state. Like, it's actually so, this is like but no one cared. No one cared about any of this. It's unhinged. It's crazy.
Happened. You think that the response would have been measured? You think it would have been light? They would have had the military in every single facility protecting these federal officers. We shouldn't have to take all of the FBI by the millions into our country. What do you think would have happened? You think that the response would have been measured? You think it would have been light? They would have had the military in every single facility protecting these federal officers. We shouldn't have to take all of the FBI, DEA, and ATF agents out of their desks, off their jobs, not prosecuting and pursuing cases of urgent national security because the Portland police won't respond, the Chicago police won't respond.
Like, didn't you motherfuckers just 10x your budget? Didn't you just, where the fuck is all the money going to? Didn't you just 10x the budget for this whole department?
The numbers that we need can only come from the National Guard. ICE officers should have to live in constant fear of death. You say that I'm not using the right term? What would you describe? An organized campaign of violence, fear, intimidation, and doxing, including attacks by sniper, attacks by vehicle ramming. What would you call that? Whose sole aim and objective is to disable the functions of an entire federal law enforcement agency?
The vehicle ramming thing, I think, was fake. And the sniper killed 3 immigrants. But okay, bro.
Not domestic terrorism. What other term would apply?
Do you have evidence that this campaign is coordinated? Are you planning charges on anyone who is actually coordinating said campaign?
Yes. So since the Joint Terrorism Task Force has gotten involved, we found that there are common funding, that there is common financing, that there are meeting points, that
for
it's
what you're
carefully
describing as actual
orchestrated, it's
terrorism.
Integrated. Yes.
And you are going to charge someone with terrorism?
Well, so I would like to.
I bet you would like to, but that doesn't mean you're going to, are you?
No. What I'm
oh,
saying,
he actually says something snarky for the person. I would like to. Yeah, of course you would. Fucking Goebbels Jr., fucking Hitler 2.0. Yeah, I know you'd like to, motherfucker. You wouldn't even like to charge him. You just want to convict them and throw him in a fucking electric chair or firing squad.
Congress has statutes on seditious conspiracy, on insurrection, on impeding federal law enforcement. The domestic terrorism statute in Congress obviously needs to be strengthened for domestic terrorism in Congress. We have foreign terrorism charges. We have an entire patchwork of federal laws. To the extent that there are charges that apply, we will charge them in every single case. You have impeding law enforcement, you have seditious conspiracy, you have conspiracy to deprive of rights, you have assault against law enforcement officers, but all of this meets the hallmark, textbook definitions of domestic terrorism. I just want you, just for a moment, to step back and think about what we're talking about here. President Trump ran and won a campaign on turning back the border invasion.
You've said that several times, Stephen. We have a limited amount of time, so let me ask you about the governor of Illinois.
He declared a no-go zone for ICE. How is that not insurrection?
Stephen.
I love all the language he gets to use here. The no-go zone for ICE. Oh my God. Because the frog costume guys are beating them all up.
To hear from J.B. Pritzker in just moments.
He keeps using Jack Smith's language. Yeah, of course. The obstruction, conspiracy to deny rights, that was all in the Jan 6 indictment. That's why they talked about the insurrection stuff. It's why they talk about seditious conspiracy. And they use these words commonly to take them away from what the Democrats caught kind of Trump on. But it was just an indictment. They didn't even go through the case. Thank God for the American justice system.
He says that you're attempting to inflame tensions and create a war zone. He also says that you are profiling, that you're targeting black and brown people, even those who turn out to be here legally. What's your response?
We have
First
the right
of all,
to
the
do
black
it.
people in Chicago are thrilled that we're getting the illegal aliens out of their communities who are stealing their housing, jobs, and resources. You've seen the video of the town halls during the Biden administration where black citizens who are natives of Chicago were begging to have the illegal...
Notice how, we could go back and watch this whole video again. Notice how he doesn't answer a single question and he's not forced to.
Well, first of all, the black people...
Like, what was the question was, are you guys detaining people and doing things, against American citizens that aren't actually illegal immigrants? You're just like racially profiling? Interesting you say that because black people love us. Oh, my bad. Fuck
that
me.
You're attempting to inflame tensions and create a war zone. He also says that you are profiling, that you're targeting black and brown people, even those who turn out to be here legally. What's your response?
Well, first of all, the black people in Chicago are thrilled that we're getting the illegal aliens out of their communities who are stealing their housing, jobs, and resources. You've seen the video of the town halls during the Biden administration where black citizens who are natives of Chicago were begging to have the illegals taken out of their country. What they've done is they've created a system of law in Chicago, in Illinois, where illegal aliens have far more rights than American citizens. If an American citizen, for example, commits a crime of sexual predation against a child, they'll cooperate with the FBI. If an illegal alien commits a crime of sexual predation against a child, that illegal alien will be shielded in an ICE no-go zone. I ask you the question, what is the right term to describe a local official?
Notice how he's talking about like the difference between the FBI and ICE here. Like he's saying that they wouldn't cooperate with the FBI when it comes to child exploitation if it was an illegal immigrant. Is that true? I don't think that's true. I doubt that.
That illegal alien will be shielded in an ICE no-go zone. I ask you the question, what is the right term to describe a local official declaring a no-go zone for ICE? Would you tolerate it for FBI, ATF, DEA? No, you would not. But there's an effort to delegitimize the core function of the federal government of enforcing our immigration laws and our sovereignty. It is domestic terrorism, it is insurrection, and no amount of insane, hyperventilating lies from Pritzker or Johnson or any other Democratic official will change our minds on that. ICE officers should not have to live in fear and violence to do their jobs, period.
So on the substance of the question, is it the case that, as Pritzker frames it, you are profiling brown people, that this immigration crackdown...
Oh my God. He re-asked the question one time. Is he going to answer this time?
...is designed to go after people of color.
It's such a, oh, what a dumb question.
And then these guys come and they just take it. He just takes it from this guy.
Aliens who are here are taking jobs away from blacks.
No
They're
answer.
taking jobs away from whites.
No
They're
answer.
taking jobs away from Latinos.
No
They're taking
answer.
their health benefits away. They're taking their school slots away. And of course, in many cases, they're committing heinous crimes. We cannot have a system of law in this country that privileges illegal aliens over American citizens, and that's what they're doing. You know it, and I know it.
So that's not exactly a no, Stephen. Can you just unequivocally state that the immigration...
Oh, we were going to ask a question for a third time. Wow, you almost have a spine.
Dumb question. Okay,
well, I appreciate
no,
that, but
and it's a dumb question.
Oh, there you go. We got him to say no, I guess, although he's lying, but...
So no, this policy is not
I thought
designed
when I said it was
to...
a dumb question, it meant no.
Well, I just want to be clear and precise. I appreciate you trying to qualify my questions, but nevertheless, I think it's a fair one that a lot of people have.
My full answer is no, that is a lie, and it's a dumb question. But you said something else big to the premise of one of your questions. You said, well, aren't we provoking? The Illinois governor says we're provoking actions that are unlawful. Why would the mere presence, just think about this for a second, if I put federal law enforcement and National Guard into a nice, sleepy southern town, is anyone going to riot? Is anyone going to try to shoot them in the face?
If someone goes into a building full of people in the middle of the night covering their faces without identity...
Remember when there was that whole like Republican takeover of like huge swaths of federal land that ended in like a literal standoff with the BLM or whatever over with the Bureau of Land Management over like these conservatives on public grounds, but we just didn't give a fuck because it was like conservatives and no one cared. I mean, like, no, not the Bundys. It was even later than that. Was it Ruby Ridge? Is that it? I think one person died. No. Was it the Bundys? Or maybe it was the Bundys thing. That was in 2014. I thought it was after that. Am I crazy? The Bundys were the ranchers that took BLM land for the 2016 standoff. See that? How many times did they do this? On January 2nd, 2016, an armed group of right-wing militants seized and performed an adverse occupation of the headquarters of the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge in Harney County, Oregon, and continued to occupy it until law enforcement made a final arrest on February 11th, 2016, over a month. Their leader was Amon Bundy, who participated in the 2014 Bundy standoff at his father's Nevada ranch. Other members of the group were loosely affiliated with non-government militias and sought in the sovereign citizen movement. Maybe this Bundy standoff, did like one person die in this or something? Maybe not. He got off on all the charges based. You're thinking of the Oregon one? Maybe I am for this one. Oh, one militant was killed while resisting arrest. One militant was wounded before being arrested. Oh, it might have been this one I think of, yeah.
Identification without identifying themselves, there might be concern among the community, especially if American citizens are being... Especially if American citizens are caught up in that, which some reportedly
we netted over 30 foreign terrorists who are members of
and American citizens also wound up apprehended in that.
They torture women and children. Those American citizens are now safe from Tren de Aragua. You know, there's a case recently in Washington.
Damn, what do they do? Tren de Aragua just comes into the United States like for the sole purposes of torturing women and children? Why do people even let these guys in their community? It seems like kind of a shitty... It's just like the worst gang ever. What the fuck?
But isn't that enough reason for some people to demonstrate and say that they disagree with that policy?
They took a power drill.
Isn't it enough for some people...
Hey, Stephen, we are hold a woman's hand.
Understood. Stephen,
hand.
We have to leave the conversation there because we're short on time, but nevertheless, we do appreciate you making the time for us and coming on CNN and sharing your point of view.
Always.
Thanks so much.
Jesus, my left-wing media. My left-wing media.